I've practiced physiotherapy in Ghana for some years now, but with the nature of my work, I barely do wheelchair distribution.
I have learned that it's possible to incorporate the technical bits of dealing with disability with preaching the gospel.
The Global Missions and Internship program at Joni and Friends responds to the need to pass on what Joni and the staff have learned about serving people with disabilities to the next generation. The university partnerships started because we heard from universities that they needed internship experiences where students could have practical experiential learning in serving people with disabilities.
They approached us as faculty at Hardin-Simmons and asked, could we create a curriculum that would allow us to go into a country, train the local physical therapists, the local leaders of the church to do the wheelchair distributions.
And they wrote a course for wheelchair training and fitting, and it's a practical course. It aligns really nicely with our Beyond Suffering curriculum. And this year we have invited Africans who have a physical therapy, occupational therapy, or like degree.
We are involving African therapists as well as U.S. therapists, how to really modify wheelchairs, walkers, crutches to really help people who've had no mode of transportation.
We have 24 coming from countries like Madagascar, Mozambique, Ghana, Uganda.
Joni and Friends have brought them in to get trained in how to custom fit a wheelchair to a person with disability.
This allows us to equip the people in the country, and when we leave, they're then able to carry on the mission.
It's been a great way for these professionals who've come in to learn how to host one of these kind of programs for Wheels for the World.
They're able then to work maintenance on the chairs that we've distributed.
And they'll go back to their countries to be able to host programs with a container of wheelchairs from Joni and Friends.
That takes a lot of care, takes a lot of attention, and through that process we want to share the love of Christ.
Hardin-Simmons partnership is unique in that it allows the students to practice their professional skills like nursing, physical therapy, occupational therapy, and even missions and biblical studies in a way that honors people with disabilities and helps them take their faith and their profession and put it into one.
The training that I went for helped me gain knowledge on how to be advocates for persons with disabilities and how to bring them to Christ, bring them to church, make the environment comfortable and accessible to them, that they will feel included.
As I go back to my home country, Uganda, it's something that I really teach people. You know, it's like the whole person health care. You know, you're not only healing this person physically, but also spiritually.